You're welcome. It's News Now coming to you live from our studios in iBrandTV, Lagos, Nigeria. I'm Samuel Ukate. President Bola Tinubu says he invoked the spirit of freedom and determination in Ogun State when he faced some hurdles before the February 25th, 2023 presidential election. The president spoke on Thursday in Ijebu-Ode, Ogun State, when he visited the palaces of the paramount ruler of Ijebu land, Oba Sikiru Adetuna, and the Alake of Egba land, Oba Adedotun Gbadebo, in Abeokuta, the state capital. Tinubu said he remained hopeful and optimistic about achieving victory in the last presidential election, despite the ineffective cashless policy implemented by the Central Bank of Nigeria. Reflecting on the challenges in the build-up to the 2023 presidential election, Tinubu recounted his concerns about the confiscation of funds and the failure of the cashless policy, and how he had previously sought wisdom and guidance from Oba Adetuna during his visit to the palace. According to the president, he invoked the spirit of freedom and determination symbolized by Emilio Khan to overcome the obstacles in the election. Spokesperson to the former President Muhammadu Buhari, Garba Shehu, on Thursday denied that the former leader asked his successor not to investigate some ministers under the previous government. He also said Buhari had left Daura for London to get some needed rest, which constant visit from well-wishers had denied him. Shehu, in a statement he signed on Thursday titled "What Buhari Didn't Say to President Tinubu," said social media speculations that former President Muhammadu Buhari is requesting his successor, President Bola Tinubu, not to investigate some former officials of his government is fake news and nothing more. On Tuesday, an online news outlet reported that Tinubu assured his predecessor that he and his close aides will be spared in any anti-corruption war his government embarks upon following the suspension of the chairman of the Economic and Financial Crime Commission, Abdulrasheed Bawal. The presidential candidate of the Labour Party in the 2023 election, Peter Obi, has advised Nigerian leaders at all levels of government to lead by example in sacrificing for a better Nigeria. He was commenting on a viral video allegedly showing President Bola Tinubu with about 120 car convoy in Lagos on his return from London on Tuesday. Obi, who said a group of journalists ambushed him to comment on the video, which he said he has not personally seen, in an event in Anambra State on Thursday, maintained that the size and length of an official motorcade cannot measure the quality of leadership. According to him, the present Nigeria requires that those who serve must serve prudently and with a sense of selfless sacrifice. While urging the people to bear the present hardship for a better tomorrow patiently, the former Anambra State governor called on the leaders to live more frugally and act more responsibly for a better society. The Plateau State government on Thursday said it had approached United Bank for Africa, not Jais Bank, for a 15 billion naira loan. It explained that the loan would be used to settle the state's 11.5 billion naira salary backlog allegedly accumulated by the previous administration. The government added that the balance would be used to procure fertilizer for farmers and for the current farming season. It said the decision followed the Mutwang administration's desire to fulfill its campaign promises to civil servants and farmers. The government, in a statement issued in Jos by the special advisor to the governor on legislative duties, Nuhu Abok, urged the public to disregard social media reports claiming that the state government was already processing such a loan from Jai's Bank. A former governorship candidate in Ondo State, Chief Olushola Oke, has described those spreading death rumors about Governor Olurotimi Akeredolu as political profiteers. Oke, who contested in the All Progressive Congress 2020 governorship primaries, said the false alarm about the governor's health was intended to cause panic, apprehension, and tension. In a statement issued in Akure, Oke said residents of the state rather opted to pray for Akeredolu's quick recovery against the rumor mongers' expectations. Oke said spreading serial orchestrated rumors through clone media platforms to harass the governor's family, admirers, and the good people of Ondo State of his death is not only ungodly, but reveals the toxicity of wickedness and the inhumanity in the minds and hearts of those behind it. The Defense Headquarters has given top officers who are seniors to the newly appointed service chiefs till Monday to voluntarily retire from service. The order, which was contained in a memo dated June 26 and signed by Major General Y. Yahaya on behalf of the Chief of Defense Staff, was directed to generals, brigadier generals, air vice marshals, and rear admirals in the Nigerian Army, Air Force, and the Nigerian Navy who are senior to the new service chiefs. The retirement of the senior officers across the three services was in line with the long-standing military tradition that officers who were senior to the service chiefs would be retired. It is a tradition in the military that when a junior is appointed as a service chief, senior officers who are ahead of him or her would proceed on retirement. The statement said the decision is meant to preserve and uphold the tenets of the military professions, which values hierarchy and service discipline. The police in Kaduna State have arrested 503 suspects for various offenses, ranging from banditry, armed cattle rustling, culpable homicide, vandalization of rail tracks, and other related crimes. Among the suspects include one Ismail Mohammed of Maijeri village, Saminaka in Lere local government area of the state, who kidnapped and later killed his brother, Kabiru Mohammed, after collecting 120,000 naira as ransom from the family. Parading the suspects at the command's headquarters, the spokesman of Kaduna State Police Command, Mohammed Jalij, told reporters that the suspects were arrested between May to June 2023. He explained that 4 AK-47 rifles, 3 revolver pistols, 2 pump-action guns, 2,800 railway sleepers, and 9 stolen vehicles of different brands were recovered from the suspect, among other items. The police spokesman also said that the noticeable peace and tranquility currently enjoyed in Kaduna State is a pointer to the fact that the command is leaving no stone unturned in its quest to protect the lives and properties of the people of the state. The Southwest leadership of the National Association of Nigerian Students Zone D has called on the federal government to declare an emergency in the educational sector. The group said it is worried by the frightening spike in the rate of unemployment across the country, coupled with the poor state of the nation's educational institutions. The coordinator for the union, Alao John, made the call in Ibadan, where he also called for the implementation of the UNESCO recommendation of at least 26% budgetary allocation. iBrandTV Iboje Equoria has details.
It's confronting Nigerians' education system are alarming and have over the years watered down the quality of our graduates who have failed to compete favorably with our counterparts the world over. With this heard, the Southwest leadership of Nigeria Students' Union body is calling on the government to place more premium on a more qualitative education delivery system.
Meanwhile, the scheme will be less effective if education is not properly funded. We employ the president to implement the UNESCO recommendation of at least 26% of the budget set aside for education, which we all agree is the bedrock for posterity.
The student union body urged the government to compassionately look into ways of making education attractive to students with special needs, while also lamenting the state of campuses, a situation they say have made learning boring. They also encourage educational institutions to prioritize research and practice to ensure students are more properly grounded.
It is obvious, having been to a lot of institutions, we've seen students who are less privileged. We've seen students with special needs who are also paying the same school fees like normal students are paying. And we all need to be what? We need to be considerate of all these concerned students. That is why we are using this medium to call on federal government, state government, and management of tertiary institutions should compassionately look into ways of making education attractive to students with special needs.
The Southwest Students' Union promised to chart a new course by ensuring lasting peace is brought back to the once troubled faction that makes up the 6 states of Nigeria's Southwest extraction. Boji Kodia, reporting for iBrandTV News.